Welcome back to my channel, Discord. So today I'm going to be telling y'all about the different card games I play. So let's start with one of them. So first one is my favorite type of deck called Gear Chronicle. Gear Chronicle is something that helps you do more attacks during battle whenever you're playing Vanguard. The difference between Yu-Gi-Oh! And Vanguard is for Vanguard we don't have life points. Whoever gets to 6 damage first wins the battle. Because and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is where we play it with life points. Yeah, this is one of the decks I use as Gear Chronicle. And then here's another deck I like to use. That's my favorite. It's Drawn Overlord deck. Drawn Overlord. Conroe has different type of cards in this for different decks. So, Drawn Overlord lets you do multiple attacks with your Vanguard. Like, Drawn Overlord DAD Vanguard. If it hits your opponent Vanguard or rear guard, you can discard 2 cards and counterblast 1, and it stands again. And then I have its other form. Let's see. Drawn Overlord DN. The end skill is your card is you have 4 you have 4 less cards in your hand. You Soul Blast 1, and after it attacks, it stands again. And if you have and then the second effect is you have a Overlord in your soul, you can discard 3 cards from your hand and gain 10,000 power, and it stands again. So yeah, this is a really risky card because you can lose the next turn if you use this card. Maybe. You decide to use both effects. So yeah. So let's get on to the next one. Next one is Saturn Paladin. So Saturn Paladin is got to do with Blaster Dark. And basically build around Blaster Dark because the effects are more helpful with Blaster Dark as they're in your deck because Phantom Blaster or Phantom or Mordred, after it attacks, it can restand your Blaster Darts that can do extra that can do extra attacks that turn and make your opponent lose their hand and take more damage. Okay. Then this is the other Vanguard deck I have with me. Is Genesis. So this one has different clans for this one too, in different decks. So mine is built with Gleaming Lord Uranus. So usually with this deck, you have to get 3 Imaginary Gifts right here. That gains 10,000 power to your that lets your Vanguard use 10,000 power whenever we place a marker with this one. Whenever you ride grade 3, you can choose a gift whatever you have for that deck. And for this one, it gains 10,000 power to that unit wherever you place it. And then, we have this. So grade 5 Deity of Distant World Valkyrian. It's in grade 5. You can't really ride it. So this skill is it can be only placed on a astral plane right here. So you flip the top 5 cards from the deck, and whichever one you choose, you gain that many drive checks. So yeah, so that's it for this one. So there's different decks you can use for Vanguard. So yeah, so it depends on how your attack style is. Mine is using more power in gameplays. That's gonna be hard for people to guard with. So the next one that I play is Yu-Gi-Oh! So Yu-Gi-Oh! My deck is, we have different clans in different decks for this game too. My deck is basically built around Odd Eyes Dragon to summon these guys. This deck is built around to use all the summonings that are in this game, like Pendulum Summoning, Fusion Summoning, Synchro Summoning, and XC Summoning. I don't really have links because of they don't have one for Odd Eyes. So with this deck, I can use the pendulum scale between whatever the scale is. I can use and summon monsters between those levels. In between that scale, like if I set a scale to 1 to 8, I can summon 2 through 7 monsters all at the same time. And the other game that I play, I don't have a deck for it right now because that's my other house. It's Buddy Fight. Buddy Fight is just built around different kind of decks. Mine is Star Dragon World, where we fight with our buddies, like different from Vanguard and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is you have a buddy in your gameplay where you can only use 3 monster stones. You have 10 lives. Once you hit 0, it's actually you, you lose the game like that. Depends on if you use a special effect to stop you from losing the game at 0. Like, I don't really know what, I forgot the names of those cards. I wanted to do this I wanted to show y'all the game because the new Vanguard show is coming up soon, called Cardfight Vanguard Overdress. If y'all play Vanguard, hit me up sometime and we can cardfight sometimes. I'm up to any challenge, and let's film a video if we ever do. So yeah. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. See y'all next time, Dancers.